Alright, another huge battle. It's actually not that huge, but there is reinforcements coming in. And you can just see the morale disparity from that tech advantage that they have. Massilia does have the tactics advantage, so he would be wise not to ruin that by bringing in a better general with a worse tactic. Just let this battle, it doesn't matter about the morale, just let the battle go on. You're going to win it. You have more troops, so you're not going to be worried about the flank starting. You're going to be okay. Let's just fix the outliner, because I want to see the players only here, so I can see when new wars start. At the moment, Cultures is not involved in a war, nope. Alright, it is just this war that is currently going on that we need to focus on then. Magna Graecia again trying to push into Venetia. They seem to have stalled, or not even trying to go the other way now. They are just focusing on, going this way. They've got one siege going. Personally, if I was the Massilian army, I would start making moves to get rid of this. You do not want them to take this forest fort. You want to be the one pushing into Luna, as I said before. Bring some troops in, start with about 25,000, something like that, and gradually feed in more troops again and again and again until you win. The battle has become large as Dacia has finally gotten involved, and they've brought a better general, they've got a better tactic. Does Massilia have anything better? No, they don't. They're retreating. They do not want to fight that bad tactic battle. And Dacia just pushing on more and more. 141,000 Dacians. That is quite a large amount of troops, and he can just keep pushing, because the next fort is here in Concordia. And, you don't have to wait for that. You don't have to wait for this. You could just push. The noose is ever tightening. Losing this hill fort was bad, and it's going to be another bad fight. I think the numbers will be relatively even. It all depends on who has the tactic, and it's entirely even there as well. So, numbers very even. Arverni is going to come in and put the numbers in the Massilians' favor, but the kills are roughly equal as well. Magna Graecia is going to get involved. Don't think it's going to be entirely necessary, to be honest, but why not? Why not get involved? And numbers even again with the Magna Graecians coming in. Kills, they're close. It all depends on who rolls better, to be honest. I think Dacia do have a better tech advantage over Massilia, and the Massilians have run away. Where to? I don't have a clue. And who's fighting here? Arvernia and Magna Graecia. No, Arvernia is running here. I think the Arvernia is about to die, though. This army is definitely dead. So is this one. The Dacians have followed into the hills, defending into the hills. So after all of that, now Massilia now have a -1. That's not good for them. They're going to lose this fight. Just scanning around, see if there's any other big fights. Oh, Segesta has fallen to the Bosporan Kingdom. And a big fight down here. They're trying to hold back the Tartessians. Tartessia somehow have now got a massive army. Huge battle here. That was the one in the hills. And again, Dacia has won the battle. The noose is closed. The noose is absolutely closed. Alright, where else are we supposed to be looking? Let's go back to here, Tartessia. Very impressive, actually, that Tartessia turned this around. This snipe of a bunch of territory from Massilia was very impressive. I suppose you're... It's hard to really manage loyalty of governors while you're currently at war, but the people who can do it can get a bunch of territory, as we also saw here. Rhodes probably does want to take this back at some point, you would imagine, and the troops are arrayed in roughly where you would expect them to be if an attack was coming. but it's not come yet, so let's focus back over here. Oh, there are some fleet battles, finally. The Pictonians currently losing horribly. And it seems they also landed in Sicily itself. There was a pretty decent fight back, though. Thracian has left the game. He can come back in.
Yeah, I crashed.
Yeah, you can come back in.
Yep.
So, there is a lot of morale on the side of the Magna Graecians. But Magna Graecia is also the one that's losing. There is 28 ships fighting, 22 ships have fled. 10 ships fighting, 158 has fled. Yeah, this is going to be a loss for Pictonia. But as for who's won that battle, who's got the bigger fleet after it, seems like, Pictonia only lost 5 ships, roughly. Whereas the Magna Graecian fleet is completely decimated. Massilia, you would want to have a commander there. This is not going to go well if you give them a 3-roll advantage. That's not good. You might win it because of, massive amount of octaires, but yeah, you're going to win. But you could have won a lot better. The Magna Graecian fleet is sunk, all gone. Oof, 94 ships, they lost 1. You could have done, you didn't have to lose any, but you didn't have a general, so you're bad. You're bad. Bosporan Kingdom pushing now into the Genoa area, Stalia. That's going to be a victory for the Bosporans, and it might be a stack wipe, possibly. Yes, it was. The mercenaries are now de-hired, and that's a level 13 general that will not be taking part in this war for a long time. Ooh, sue for peace. So what is he offering here? Shit tons is what, and it's better than what we expect, so this is a stab hit. Oh my. It's all of this. This is actually not that much. In the grand scheme of things, this is not a whole lot of territory. Interesting. So Massilia currently on 48 stability. If he declines it, I think he loses 5 stability. But we're going to stick around with... this. Now it's a 43. As soon as it goes beneath 30, he can no longer decline. And he's better off not opening these and just letting them time out after the couple of months. He's not going to be able to keep this. He's going to lose this territory. It's interesting that he's not trying to go more over here. And I don't think he's actually giving anything to Tartessia either. 72 war score, so he can take 36 war scores worth of shit. There's Thracian coming in.
Yep. Oh, by the way, look at my capital.
Look at your capital. It is a very nice looking capital. 282
No.
pops.
Look what is besieging it.
Oh, is it barbarians?
Nope.
Oh, it's slaves.
It's oh my slaves.
Oh my.
Yep.
And you're not going to be able to defeat it with that 34,000.
Nope.
That the AI is currently marching in.
Wait, what?
With no general. Oh wait, no, there is a general. He's just got 0 marshal. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. Okay.
You're in?
Yep. Oh, this is the slow general. Okay. So yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you don't desync and crash. Yeah,
Yep.
and move that fucking army. Yeah, that sucks for Komidava. That was one of the largest cities in the game. I think you're about to get some points for that, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Hello.
Hello, I just wanted to mention the slave revolt in Dacia.
Yeah, we're just looking at that. That's big oof.
Thrace, you are back, right? Or...
Thrace isn't in this voice chat anymore, but he is back, yes.
Okay, good, yeah. Tough luck.
So when is the war going to start with Judea, or is it going to?
Well, maybe not Judea. We are planning something, but sadly we first have to repair the damage the AI did to Athens.
Aha, okay.
And yeah. I mean, Kolch is from Persia now, so
Oh wow, didn't even notice that. That's fantastic.
yeah. Well, I mean, how many years are left now?
There are a total of 18 years left of the game.
Ah, okay. So yeah, we are getting ready for it. So yeah, I just wanted to mention this with phrase. So yeah, I'll be going then.
Okie dokie.
On.
Still asking for the same peace deal, and it's no longer stab hit. Or it might have been, but I didn't see. But the war score has gone down to 71 now. No longer is it 76. And it's going to be a civil war for Massilia. He would want to get this in order. If he gets this civil war, then if Magna Graecia wants to fight the civil war, say Veneto breaks away in the civil war, if Magna Graecia wants to fight this civil war, he'd have to fight both sides, so Massilia and the Massilian revolt. If it was a revolt from, cultural revolt, then that would not be necessary. Here comes another, and it is a stab hit. If he declines, I think, unless he's already declined and I didn't see it, he will go beneath 30, and that will be a stab hit. And he hasn't even sacrificed the gods yet. Ooh, Kataphoros, fighting for his life in Massilia. Will he accept or not? Still at 34. I want to stick with this for now. Although I do want to see... Oh, the slave revolt has succeeded, and it's currently actually being beaten by an army of light cavalry. They come, they fight for a few days, and then they die. There's a massive amount of kills, but how many light cavalry has he got left? He is being flanked on the left. Oh yeah, on the left's flank. How many more light infantry slaves have the slave revolt got left? Worth checking, but I think it's actually more important to keep an eye on Massilia. He's now at 24. He cannot accept, or he cannot decline, sorry, any further stab-hitting peace deals, and there it is. There is the peace. This is an ugly peace. It's actually revolting. 2 cities in this zone. Didn't even take all of this province. But peace is attained, and the only person at war right now is Yamnat, who are currently at war with Carusi. This guy. Yeah, no one cares about that, though. So let's actually go back to Dacia. Did he manage to fight off those slaves? The fight is still ongoing, or maybe a new fight started, because this army is gone. Still lots and lots of light cavalry, probably the best thing to fight against slaves. This 15 corps is gone. I suppose if you manage to beat their morale down, I think they do die after one hit, or maybe they will retreat and there'll be another fight, but then you can just stack wipe them. It just depends, will this morale hold? This morale held. It absolutely held. How many slaves are in this province? There are a further 5 slaves, so if he sieges this, he's going to grow by 5. I think that's how it works. I think that's exactly what happened. 5 more slaves join the army, but this 50,000 is absolutely going to be good enough. 38 heavy infantry, 22 horse archers. They're going to smash this army quite decisively. Does not matter that he's fighting in the hills. He's got phalanx. He's got the troops. Every day, more troops die. And the heavy infantry just feel nothing. Nothing but the spray of arterial blood upon their swords. Alright. So it's curious. I'm wondering what Magna Graecia's plan is going to be, because he'd want these 2. This is... To get the bigger name, that is going to have to happen. I suppose he did take what he needed. I don't understand the reason for these 2. Personally, I'd have gone for just this entire province instead. But we'll see. How are you doing loyalty-wise? Everyone's looking fine loyalty-wise. If we switch back to Massilia, the civil war will break out 33 months. He's got the governor of Pannonia. Pannonia being around here. We can have a look at the region map mode. So Dacia, if he was to befriend this fellow right here. He is friends with the daughter of the General of the Ninth and the brother of the governor of Numidia. Both Massilians, okay. But if Dacia was to befriend this fellow, he could entice governor and take over a massive chunk of territory. And honestly, he probably should try that. Who else? Are there any other governors? Just one governor and the Anto the Shepherd. Yeah, good for him. Tartessia is at war. Who are you at war with, good sir? You are at war with Tamarica. Tamarica being this little pipsqueak up here. Not interesting. Not even remotely interesting. So yeah, one of the victory conditions, as we said before, is to have the highest pop territory. Dacia was doing okay with this. They had around about 500, 600, I would say. Now they're down to 300, so that really sucks for them. Other high pop territories, we've got 609 in Bosporan Kingdom. We've got 760 in Rhodes. We've also got some pretty high ones around here as well, but nothing comes close to the 760. We've got 402 in Syracuse. Let's have a look. Tartessia have got 217. Massilia have got 368, really nice. We've got, oh, you can see it on the map. There we go. 438 for Pictonia. Arvernia, it's Gergovia, I think, is their capital. We switch to your country. Oh, Foghorn's left the game. That sucks. Your capital is actually no longer Gergovia. Where is your capital moved to now, then?
Hey, Lambert.
Hello. You can come back.
I just crashed.
Yeah. I saw. Where's the Pictonia... Sorry, not the Pictonia. The Arvernian capital.
It's near northwest of, like, his land.
I see it. Alright. It's 188 pops for his capital. But it doesn't matter about any of that because the winner is absolutely, unless there's a massive slave revolt, Yamna with 1,187 pops. It's kind of crazy. It's a plains province. It makes spices. So he's getting massive amounts of citizen output from this. Holy shit. That is a crazy number. What is your tech then, good sir? Technology, 109% gain. He's at 11, 12, 11, 11. That's not bad at all. What would he want if he wanted to do that then? Get that boosted a bit more. Probably none of these would help all that much. Pop migration speed might be a decent one. Heavy infantry discipline, depending on how many heavy infantry he has, of course. If we go to military cohorts, heavy infantry he's got absolutely none of. Most of his army is camels. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. He's got some decent bonuses for it after all, so it might not be too terrible. And his traditions filled out 2 full rows, now working on the 3rd row. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yamna's got a lot of troops over in the Indian continent right now, so we'll see what happens there. Switch over to Rhodes. Let's see. The armies are relatively placed on the Judean border, but not massively. I mean, they've got troops here, but it's not a huge amount, let's say. And Judea, yeah, they're in roughly the right place to defend. But again, though, they've got this entire region up here, which is sort of their Ardennes, as I said in the last stream. You'd need to try and do something about defending that. Otherwise, these mountain forts, I mean, it's just not good enough. Just not good enough. But Persia being on the map, very interesting. I wonder why he did that. He could have formed that a long time ago, I think. But he is an empire now, so he can have 4 doodly bopper things. Ideas. He's got manpower, citizen output, research points, and civilization level. Not bad choices. And he's got his armies placed on the borders as well, so that would be good for him. Very nice. Alright.
I'm at 50%.
Okie dokie.
Did you catch the naval battle between the mighty Pictonian fleet?
I did. The one that was between Messana and the Toe of Italy.
Yes.
I did. I saw you lost that, though.
I had no morale, but I destroyed 3/4 of his fleet,
Yeah,
and
and
I
then
lost no ships.
and then Massilia came in afterwards with no general and wiped out 94 more. That one I
know.
saw. I was quite happy seeing that. So, yeah, with largest fleet being one of the end game goals, doesn't look like he's going to be getting that one.
No, and before I crashed, I queued up like about 200 ships.
Well, let's hope the AI haven't deleted those.
I know.
Let's see. Fleet constructions. In unit constructions. Oh, yeah, there we go. That is not close to 200, but it's a fair amount. Ah, yeah, a bunch have already completed already. So, what did you think of the war?
It was good, but it was frustrating because Bosporan Kingdom had spoken to us about peace. And then with Iggy, he didn't want to do it, so that's fine. And as well, my planned invasions of the capitals didn't work because when I landed in Tartessia, for some reason, I wasn't able to get the siege assault going. Like I
Okay.
was practiced. Anyways, it's one of those like multiplayer when it's live, you're a little more stressed out. So.
Yeah, of course.
Oh well, I thought it was still pretty good.
Any plans for retribution?
No, I'm actually texting Vespasian right now, secretly.
Oh. Is this possibly something to do with a certain Iberian player?
Maybe. I'm back in.
Alright, cool. Unpausing. Hopefully you don't crash.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Game's going, and everyone seems to be going nicely. Good. Fantastic. Lovely. So yeah. Calm before the storm here. Definitely right on that one. I'm fairly sure it's going to happen. Interestingly, though, there's a bit of a breakaway here. Although, no, it seems like more the case that Persia has released 2 client states to stay below the below the 500 limit, which means he can ally Judea, he can ally Bosporan Kingdom, interestingly. He'd want to probably ally Yamna and Axum as well if I was him, instead of being just... Oh, he's guaranteed by Yamna. Of course, Yamna are way higher than the 500 limit. He's definitely got the most provinces, so that's not an alliance he can make. Axum only interested in allying Judea, not even considering Persia, it seems. But the Greeks, their best bet would actually be to attack Yamnat directly, because then Persia, Judea could not get involved. If they want to attack, switch your focus to these guys, beat them. Yamnat probably end up being able to force peace. But we'll see. I think that'd probably be their best bet, is attacking Yamnat directly. Hopefully being able to take over this. With it being on a port, how many forts have you got? 5 forts? Doesn't matter, just break them down with your ships. Siege it with a high marshal general, steal a bunch of pops, sack the shit out of it, and run away again. That'd be my tactic. But we'll see what they plan on doing. But yeah, everyone is at peace right now. This is definitely the calm before the storm. I'm going to go and talk a bit with Magna Graecia, perhaps, although everyone seems to be in the same chat. Italy chat has all of the Greeks, Magna Graecia as well, Bosporan Kingdom, Dacia, so all of these guys possibly looking for another war against Judea, Persia, Yamnat, all together with Magna Graecia involved again. Oh, that would suck. It was very much balanced when it was Aeolia Rhodes Athens versus these guys. When Magna Graecia got involved last time, it stopped being balanced. So, we'll see what happens there. Bosporan Kingdom is allied with Persia. So if we see that break, then we know that Persia is the target. I imagine, though, that Judea will be. Although Judea is allied with Athens. That is not something I would have expected to see, to be perfectly honest. I don't know why that is. And they're both players right now. Neither of them have, crashed out and, the AI has done it. They're both players and they're both deciding to keep the alliance. So if they attack Persia, Bosporan Kingdom will be against these guys. If they attack Judea, Athens will be against them. So I don't know what their plan is. Let's go and have a chat to them, though.
23 loyalty, man.
Hello there, Italy chat. How are you guys doing?
Currently trying to avoid the rebellion because the player took aggressive expansion. Actually, a lot of it.
73 is a
slave.
perfect amount of aggressive expansion.
Yeah, perfect amount with being 0.1 away from a rebellion.
Yeah.
One part.
That's
Can you
okay.
check how my population changed since the start of this session till now?
I can do that, yes.
Oof.
I want to see if the slave rebellion did a lot of damage.
So,
Let's go do a lot of
Dacia, your current population is 4446. You have gained 263.
Okay, good. So
Lambert,
yeah, it's fine. Just my capital is crippled, but it's fine.
I'm about to
Could
have
get
my
worse.
my third war for session actually.
Lambert, could you maybe do me a favor and go and this Persia? Because he is so incredibly prideless. That seems to be guaranteed by Yamnat. That's
Well,
just cowardly.
He sold down to 499 territory.
I mean, he didn't sell down. He released some. He released client states. That's the smart thing to do.
Oh, right. Okay, there's a. It just
and
looks because there's like a huge chunk missing out of the middle of his nation that Yamna
Wait, the
holds.
leader of my nation is 6 years old. Are you
And
taking
you
him?
can also tell him that I consider it as a violation of my
Local
trust that
legitimacy.
he moved his capital.
When you form Persia, you get the option to move capital.
Yeah, but he didn't have to. I mean, I thought we were good neighbors, and then he just
Good neighbors. Is that what you call it? All right, fair enough. I mean, personally, I would not call it good neighbors, but it's
Oh, finally getting
It's a
loyalty.
thing.
Fucking.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
you.
I'm such a good neighbor that I visited his capital as often as I could.
yeah, we definitely noticed that one.
And even once, Magna Gracia sent an envoy to him. So
You lit
I
a
mean,
candle in his capital as well as in honor of him, was it?
Yes, I even brought in the honor guard of some of my soldiers.
Oh yeah.
to make it all-
Had a triumph there, of course. All right. Well, good luck in the inevitable upcoming war, and hopefully it's not going to be a gang.
What?
Well, I mean, there's obviously going to be more wars this session. Whoever stays at peace for the rest of the session loses 50 points. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
More war.
Okay.
That was a joke, but more war, please. Anyway, congratulations
No,
on
you've
your
recorded now.
congratulations on your victory. What was the reason for taking only 2 cities?
Stab hit.
I know it was a stab hit, but why not take more in Ferraria?
Trying to get that fort there, and I was just clicking around, just trying to take what I could for the 36 shitty little war.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you won. And you got the mountain forts.
I won, but it didn't feel like a victory.
Yeah, losing your entire fleet probably must have stung.
Suffering
really.
from success.
Rhodes, don't forget to build up your army.
Anyway, good luck in the rest of the session.
I'm just happy.
Thank you.
Alright, well, yeah. I wonder, is he building back up his fleet? Yes, he is. He's up to 90-something ships already, so he's going to get them back. Is he keeping hold of his mercenaries? Yes, he is. Is there going to be another battle, another war? Probably. Let's be honest, probably. His income is really solid as well, and total income, before expenditures, of course, is another one of the goals that you can take. So, yeah, I think he's not doing too badly on the income, although I think, if I remember rightly, Massilia was also really good. Yeah, 411 452. They're very close to each other, so that's quite interesting. Pictonia, 343. We've got Massilia, 276. Tartessia, not very good. Dacia, 262. 267, that's very close. Aeolia, 361, that's good. Rhodes, 298. Athens, not very good. Judea, 242. 335 for Persia. 120 only for Axum. And then Yamnat, probably going to be quids in for this as well. Currently on 688. Absolutely dominating when it comes to their income. Can I set that here? You can only set by treasury. That's not very useful. But yeah, that's there's not a whole lot of time left in the game, so we'll have to wait and see exactly who manages to get out on top in all of the different areas. We end on the 1st of the 1st, 727. So a little under 19 years left.